Greetings, miracle in motion. Today I want to share something that maybe you haven't thought about. At least I didn't think about it before I was presented with it. And as always, I'm not here to present things to make you worry, or I'm not some kind of fear-mongering idiot who wants to create fear or take away anything from you. But I like to question things that I take for granted. I like to question my chosen truths. And this is something that infuses our reality, at least our Western society. And it's hidden in plain sight. And if we talk about frequency lock, what do I mean with the frequency lock? It's basically a collective chosen truth that holds us in a certain reality, and we may not be aware of it, but you will probably, hopefully, maybe be aware of it after this video. And what you do with it, always, of course, is your choice. Your truth is the most important gift you can give. But hopefully this will make you, I wonder. And being aware of something doesn't mean we should succumb or give our power to it. Whatever it is, if any kind of information, if it strengthens you, you may, of course, take it in. If it makes you worried or limits your potential or power in any way, maybe you should disregard it. But becoming aware is the first step, and then you can choose. Okay, what is this frequency lock hidden in plain sight? Well, to me, I was subjected to this many years ago. I went into the Mayan calendar and whatnot. And the thing we are really letting dictate our lives, at least I do to some extent because I needed to, it is the mechanical clock. Because the mechanical clock, time being somewhere at a certain time, you have to catch a bus or a train or maybe even a plane, and you should meet someone at a certain place at a certain time. And the thing is, time, the purpose of time, or the mechanical time, because the clock is a machine, of course, it's mechanical time. And the purpose of time is synchronization, because I can synchronize myself with a friend, because we meet at a certain time when the clock is showing certain numbers or the dials are in a certain position. So we can synchronize by using the same machine. But the thing is, it is still a machine. And I did some research about the origins of the clock, and monasteries were a driving force in this implementation of the mechanical clock. And why is that? Is that you had to pray at certain times, you should adhere to certain protocols, certain rituals, and you should do it at the same time. So religion was, at least the Christian religion was a part of this. I don't say the Christian religion is an evil force that wants to mechanize our lives. But it's interesting that religion and monasteries were really pushing for this to be a normal part, a normal accepted part of our lives. So in a way, this is a controversial statement maybe, but in a way, in a deep sense, the clock became a technological, I can't even speak the words. The clock became a technological expression of obedience, because you should obey the rules of the monastery if you're a monk. So this sentence to me is it doesn't it I don't really like it. I don't really like it. To see the clock, the mechanical clock, is a technological expression of obedience. And if you think about it, if you have spent time in nature, or if you have spent time like off grid and you just don't care what time it is, you eat when you're hungry, you sleep when you're tired, you're not locked into this machine dictating when you're supposed to eat. Lunch, 12 o'clock. Sleep at a certain time. And maybe you say, oh, I'm tired, I can't sleep, 2 in the afternoon. Well, if you're at work, maybe you probably can't, but when you are really free of obligations, just to don't care about what time it is, and you may feel that time, the experience of time expands. So this is in a way frequency lock, and many experience time is going faster. Time is going faster. It's like the time. I remember when I was a kid, not because I was a kid, but in the 80s and 70s, everything was slower, and there was more time in a way. So many experience now that time is being compressed, and I don't have time. Time flies. It could be, it's just a suggestion, that since the natural time is changing, but the mechanical time is fixed, it's an unnatural fixed frequency. So when we vibrate quicker, when our vibration raises, our frequency raises, we are trapped in this locked mechanical vibration. And that is uncomfortable, to say the least. And it will probably get worse in the sense that we will experience this difference, or this discrepancy, or this dissonance more and more. So what to do? If I present something, of course, there's always a suggestion for a solution. And the solution is just for a weekend or for whatever, just don't care about what time it is. Just turn off the phone, and if you have a watch, put it down. And it may be scary at first. It may be scary because you are used to probably to know what time it is. So my suggestion is just play with it, as always, just play with it. And see how time may expand if you step out of this locked vibration. And then what natural time? What is natural time? Well, natural time is day, night, full moon, waxing moon, waning moon, crescent moon, summer, winter, spring, autumn. And to me, it's really interesting because when you're a kid, you have to learn the clock. Someone has to teach you the clock. And then you're, of course, rewarded when you can interpret this machine. But you don't have to teach a kid day or night or spring. It's natural. And natural time changes according to, well, Earth, Gaia Sophia, our ascension, or whatever we may call it, as a humanity. So to me, more and more, I've realized this mechanical clock is part of holding us, because we accept it into a certain vibration that is unnatural, and it's stale, it doesn't change. It is fixed. And when you change in a fixed system, when you evolve and you change in a system that is fixed, that is limited, of course it will feel tight. And another thing, that's the mechanical clock. Another thing about time, which I also was subjected to many years ago when I was into the Mayan calendar. Here, this is our regular Gregorian calendar. January, February, and so on, 365 days. Sometimes there's an extra day in February. And 365 days and a quarter. That's why we put in an extra day every 4 years. And this is something most of us are used to. And July and August have 31 days, and that's because Julius and Augustus Caesar wanted to have as many days in their months because they are named after Julius and Augustus Caesar, Roman emperors. So this is the Gregorian calendar, and the purpose of the Gregorian calendar was that all Christians should celebrate Easter at the same time. And we have had other calendars before this, but this is the one we are usually applying in our Western society. And I want to show you another image that I was living by many years ago. And this is a 13 moon calendar. There are 13 moons, and every moon has 28 days. And this is also 365 days. It's the same number of days in this calendar as it is in this one. But this, to me, it's slightly more dissonant and disorganized than this. And this is based on moon cycles. And some say, I don't know if that is true, but 13 and the moon is more like a feminine energy. It's like based on natural cycles and a feminine energy. That's why 13 is such a bad number in some cultures. You don't have a 13th floor in a hotel, so 13 has become a bad number. But some say 13 is a feminine number. It's based on natural cycles. So some say they took the 13th moon and they dispersed it out into this. Because we have 12 months, we have 12 hours in a day, 12 hours in a night. And 60 seconds, 60 minutes, and so on. So to me, when I look at this Gregorian calendar and compare it to this one, of course, there's a totally different energy. Anyway, the purpose of this video was just to make you aware of things that we have chosen to believe. So the calendar and the clock is just another story. And maybe part of our ascension, our going from A10 to A11, is to break free even from the mechanical clock and the way we measure time. Because let's play with this, that if time, the purpose of time, well, to me, time is vibration. Springtime, spring is not a date. Spring is a certain vibration, certain factors, or certain, has to reach a certain point of favorable circumstances, and then it's spring. So it has nothing to do with date or time of the day. So if the purpose of time is synchronization, the way we choose to measure time or relate to time, if time exists, that's another discussion, if there is only now. But the changes we observe in nature, of course, is a redistribution of energy. Because energy comes from somewhere and it goes somewhere. If a tree grows, the energy comes from somewhere, it goes into the tree, and the tree grows. So the flow of time, or the change we experience, is energy changing form, changing expression. But as always, just play with this. This is a message of hope. You're not supposed to be worried or frustrated about this, but just play with it. If you have the opportunity, if you have the possibility, just put away any gadgets that tell you what time it is. And if you can do it for a couple of days, 3 days is usually a magic sweet spot. After 3 days, something happens. Okay. Another chosen truth I wanted to invite you to play with. As always, I truly wish you all the best. With love, I wish you all the best. And you are truly a miracle in motion, and we are in wonderful times, even if it's a bit chaotic. But there's always case in between levels of harmony. Okay, see you soon.